Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, Collective. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So, this message is going to be our shadow work oracle message. So, what I'll do, I'm just going to pull cards from our shadow work oracle here. And then basically, what we're going to do is just kind of talk about, what we can do to work on those shadow aspects of ourselves that we all have, right? So, welcome back, all of my current followers and subscribers. Welcome back in, you guys. I love having you here with me. Thank you for allowing me to bring some advice and a little bit of wisdom to all of my incoming followers and subscribers. Welcome in, you guys. And again, hopefully, my messages are helpful for you as well along your journey. And let's see what aspects of ourselves we need to talk about today, you guys. Let's see. Okay, start here. First one says shedding illusions. The first step is awareness. The second is acceptance, reality, honesty, and self love. Very important messages for all of us. I think in order to deal with reality, a lot of the times we put ourselves in these illusions because it makes reality a little bit easier to handle. But sometimes it also keeps us stuck in situations with people, places, or things that we don't belong. So, the first step is being aware that you are living based off an illusion. Once you have become aware of this, as tough as that may be, the second is to accept the fact that it is an illusion, because it will allow you to start to be more honest about your situation and the situation you find yourself in and your true feelings about the situation, which are probably not as good as the illusion made them feel. So, yes, we need to learn how to shed illusions, see things for the way that they truly are. You know, again, if this is regarding a relationship, not allow yourself to look at someone just based on their potential, because what it does is it creates the illusion that they are better or more, or you put them on this pedestal that they haven't earned yet, and you create this idea of who they are in your mind, and then ultimately you become disappointed once you see who they truly are. Okay, then we have making peace. In the midst of adversity lies the path to self discovery, profound, genuine risk. So I think this is talking about learning how to deal with conflict. Most people in conflict, instead of taking the high road, they usually want to take the low road. They usually want to delve into all of the negative aspects of the situation. But I think what this is saying is allow that situation to give you a new perspective about who you are as a person. How are you going to handle this adverse situation? How are you going to allow this situation to help you to grow? Because it could keep you in a low vibration, it can keep you feeling negative, or you can allow it to help you discover something that you didn't know about yourself and help you to propel forward. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's see what else comes out. What else? Okay, then we have mental contest. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strengths. Control, power, repressed. This is another good one. And what this is saying is, I think people have such an emphasis on winning. Winning has everything to do with the ego, right? But you are not strong just because you are winning. Strength is truly shown in faces of struggle. When you are dealing with a situation that you have to pull yourself out of, that is a test of your strength. That is how you know that you are mentally strong, because strength is just not about the physical body. How strong are you mentally? Are you easily swayed and manipulated? Do you crumble at the first sign of something going wrong? Or are you able to bounce back pretty quickly and find a solution and get through it? That is what mental strength is. So the question is, how strong are you really, collective? Then we have inner balance. What you resist persists, what you accept transforms. Wholeness, duality. So, this is about listening to your intuition, listening to your inner voice. Are you in a situation that you know is not good for you, but you are continuing to try and juggle, like this person in this picture, on one leg with a knee up and, a whole bunch of looks like balls, they probably would do well in the circus. But is this what you want, or are you looking for true inner balance? Are you resisting the change because it's easier to stay in the chaos? Or is it easier just not to make a decision about a direction that you need to go? Because you've been doing it for so long, you've been juggling for so long, it's really just become a part of who you are. But is that really easier? Or do you really want a life in balance, an inner balance, where you feel whole, where you truly feel you are where you belong? Interesting. Because juggling can become very tough after a long time of doing it. Yeah, so have courage. Stop hiding, show up, and let yourself be seen. Fear, vulnerability, growth. So to me, this piggybacks off of this inner balance. It's like, if you know that you need to make a decision that will help you find balance, have courage. Stop running from it, stop hiding from it. Show up for yourself. Let yourself be seen. Don't fear everyone else's opinions, which, great. Again, like I always say, everybody has opinions. That's wonderful. But everyone else's opinions are not the end all be all. What do you think about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel worthy? And if not, then we need some self love and self care going on, because you should see yourself as valuable. It shouldn't have to be the opinion of others to make you feel valuable, to make you feel like you can be courageous and do that thing that you're scared of. Yeah, sounds like that's definitely a stubbornness to stay in a situation where you know that you don't feel balance, where you give yourself illusions in order to maintain yourself mentally, knowing that you really want to make peace within. You really want peace for yourself. But you have this fear that's keeping you from being courageous and taking the steps, and this stubbornness that's hindering your progress because you don't like to be flexible, you don't want to be flexible, it's too hard to be flexible, it's too hard to change, is it too hard to grow? Is it too hard to be better than you are? No boundaries. Maybe there aren't enough boundaries in the situation that you're in right now. Maybe that's why there's so much conflict. Difficult to establish healthy respect. Take care to ensure your needs are met. Respect self care limits. Yeah, I mean, again, maybe there just aren't any boundaries in the situation that you're in. That's why there's conflict. That's why you feel imbalanced. And again, you've had to survive this situation. This is what I'm feeling. You've had to survive the situation for so long that you've created these illusions in your mind that things will be better. They will eventually get better without me having to be courageous, without me having to take the step outside of the box that I've put myself in for all of these years in order to grow. But you sit here with your hand on your head and your elbow on your knees with these same thoughts of wanting change, but looking like this every day, not getting the respect that you deserve, not being able to give yourself care because there are no limits in the situation that you find yourself in. And so you find ways to escape, detach from daily struggles and relax, but don't use it as a form of avoidance. Relaxation, facing reality. So, what's happening in this situation is that, and this could be for someone specific, this could be general. I feel like we all kind of deal with some or all of these in our lives, but sometimes the illusions become a way of escaping the truth and the reality that we find ourselves in our lives from the choices that we've made. And sometimes, after feeling depleted because there's so much adversity and there's so much juggling going on at all times, there's just a feeling of being exhausted. And so it's easier to escape with the illusion, either the illusion that one day things will change, one day things will get better. I just need to hold out a little bit longer, find ways to keep myself happy, to keep myself preoccupied and busy, but never addressing the true issue at hand. But I promise you, collective, I promise you, there is light in the darkness. Darkness cannot dispel darkness, only light can. Love, clarity, awareness. Once you give that to yourself, start giving yourself love, giving yourself true clarity on the situation that you find yourself in. Stop letting illusions keep you from addressing it. Stop letting fear stop you from moving forward. I promise you, you will feel better. You will start to feel better. The beginning stages of any type of change, yes, there's always fear of the unknown. But honestly, is it better than where you are currently? Would you literally rather live out the rest of your life staying stuck and stagnant in the situation and knowing that you are never truly satisfied or happy versus realizing that you deserve more love, respect, clarity? You deserve equal give and take in your life, in your relationships. where people respect you, they respect your boundaries, they appreciate how strong that you really are, the perseverance that you've had all these years that has not been appreciated. It's time to feel appreciated and loved. But again, this is about working on these things for yourself. You don't need someone else's approval to start to show yourself love. You really don't. It's not even something that you need to discuss. You just need to act upon it for yourself, little by little, every day. It takes time to change a situation that's been the same for a long time, obviously. But the time may be now, because we never know really how much time we have, right? Let me see if I can grab a few more cards of advice from the repair and growth deck here. Let's see if there's any other messages we need to know. Get one more. Decision and fear, control. Some decisions and choices that you have made are based on fear and not heart centered knowledge. Fear is your ego wanting control. Take a step back and make a responsive choice rather than a reactive one. Then you're able to see the truth of the best choice with a calm and centered manner. This is exactly what we were just talking about. Having the courage to truly look at the situation, not based on illusions, but based on the facts. Putting your ego to the side and stop trying to control the situation and look at it for what it is instead of trying to make it something it's not. Because honestly, having true support and true partnerships is what we all need. You are being guided to reach out to form partnerships and alliances to expand your vision and perspective. Take this time to see who comes into your life that is offering to assist with your endeavors. Asking for help often leads to accomplishing your goals more quickly. Absolutely. You don't have to do this alone. I say that all the time. You can reach out for support, but understand that that support is not there to feed you more illusions. That support should be there to encourage you to take the necessary steps to get out of fear, to gain control back of your life, to find balance, to truly, truly test your mental strength so that you can create the boundaries that you need to find the joy in life that you deserve. Yeah. And it's interesting. I'm looking at the bottom of my deck, and this card kind of stood out to me. I don't know, this may be relevant to someone. Maybe this is a situation that you find yourself in, which is maybe why you created these illusions, because maybe there was a betrayal and it was with someone who really had your heart. And so it's too hard to look at the reality of the situation. The situation will reveal to you the intention behind it, whether it's you betraying yourself in some way or another person or situation. You are being asked to unmask the truth by removing any blinders that hinder the clarity that is needed. Clarity, collective, clarity, clarity, the light in the dark. This is confirmation for somebody that it is time to accept the clarity that you've gained in this situation and find your courage. so that you can move forward. All right. Well, that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully, this was able to give you some food for thought. If the message did resonate, I would love your support of the channel. Please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. But until next time, you guys, bye. And P.S., you got this.